So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And that gets things running. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those.
Real chance! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Saliba. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Doué. Looking tidy in possession. Has a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Mohamed Salah. Now that looks a decent ball. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. And that is as far as they're going to go. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That ball looks a good one. Look at the space here! Milan looking to pass their way through. Looking for options for movement. Lampard. Lampard puts his foot on the gas. Tries a shot! Oh, easy pickings there. And it's Rodri. Nunez receives it in a good position here. Chiellini cuts out the pass. That is a brilliant interception. Doué. Aimed beyond the defence. It's a promising position. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Bergkamp looking to play it into the box. So who's he going to be aiming for here? And here's a chance! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Oh, that's well done, really robust. Doué. Milan do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Now they Doué! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. Rodri. And it's Lampard. Donadoni does well to get it back. Donadoni shoots! And it's a goal!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Milan have fired themselves in front.
Well, I think the managers...
There's the whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Milan leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments and it's 1-0 at the break. Here we go again. Milan carrying a 1-goal lead. Now he's got space here. Tonali. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Howson. It's Xabi Alonso. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. That has ended up in no man's land. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Oh, cracking ball. Could try cutting inside here. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. And we have our very first corner. Mohamed Salah with the clearance. Milan have their second corner now. Oh, shooting chance! Milan have their third corner. Ball is over the line. Picked out brilliantly. Doué is flagged offside. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Chiellini. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Milan leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. Mohamed Salah. Spread neatly. And he was alert to it. Played towards the front line. Bergkamp. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Doué. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Messi. Messi has got himself a free kick. Great chance here from position A1. Great chance here to level it up. Mohamed Salah! Oh, lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target. Time and again they are repelled. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And he's chosen to go back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
And he welcomes it in. He's shooting! And that should get the job done. And here's Doué. Knocks it into space. Now it's Doué.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And it's Messi. Now it's Darwin. And he's away. And the referee brings it to a close. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Donatoni claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here.
Roberto Carlos, Peter, might have had more of an impact on the world game than any other fullback before or since.
In what regard?
Well, with his pace, skills and his...
In he goes again! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Now it's Berbatov. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Messi. And Messi! Messi! Oh, that is beautiful!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Barcelona are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert it.
And the shot! And he hits the net. That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Oh, nicely intercepted. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And it's Messi. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Cantona. Roberto Carlos is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Messi! Oh, it's come off the upright. Just off target.
Messi, just denied by a lick of paint. We're talking centimetres.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. And he's had it nicked away.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
It's a pretty loose pass. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Mohamed Salah tries making a foray down the right. And that has been cleared.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Oh, this looks sharp. And we hit half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And we are already promptly back underway. Now it's Donadoni. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. No, no way through. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
There's the shot! It's hit the upright. Opts to play it back.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
He's in a good position here. Chance for a shot! Goal! Milan! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 9.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. Milan get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Well timed, excellent interception.
Barcelona really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Substitutions taking place.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And he's straight offside. Half an hour gone in the second half. Oh, that's fabulous. Out to the left it goes.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
It's Inzaghi! And that could come back to haunt them.
Oh, they really needed him to put that away.
Rafinha. De Bruyne. Oh, that's a key interception. And that is as far as they're going to go.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Has been indicated.
Chiellini gets rid without sophistication. And here's Roberto Carlos, delivered with swing. And it's claimed by the keeper. And there goes the final whistle. Milan have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Terrific recovery, a really fine win that, Jim Beglin. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We have already started here. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between...
Goes for a shot! Oh, and the keeper couldn't hold it. Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
And there's the shot! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
Now it's Yamal. And he's managed to get free. Oh, lots to admire in the run and the defending. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Searching pass he's played there. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
India really have found that they're getting more space out wide, and I can see now there's a lot of activity developing in that area, Peter.
Yeah, it's busy in there, isn't it?
Yeah, the wide players are doing their stuff and are grabbing the attention right now.
Bergkamp is the team's great visionary. No, that's been intercepted. And a shot! Well, now it's a race for the... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Opts to play it back. Tonali. Chance, surely! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Milan with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, smashing header! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Oh, that's fabulous. And he's had it nicked away.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Xavi Alonso. Rafinha. Donatoni. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And here's Rashford. Oh, he's bustling through here. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Bergkamp. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Kaka. And Yamal. Aimed beyond the defence. And he's onside. It is a corner. Donatoni with the short one. Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. Referee has just said play on. Milan are looking to go forward now.
And the shot! It's there! They have come roaring back!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
So smooth. A signature finish.
What about the pass, Peter? It was...
And there's the end of the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each.
Join me in wishing a happy wedding anniversary for one of our fan club members.
The second half then, just getting going.
Milan have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Rafinha. Now it's Bergkamp. Looking to play him in. And this is Bergkamp. In it comes.
Header! He's delivered all right!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Milan get themselves into the lead. He's shifting through the gears here. Here comes the corner. Corner number 3 coming up. Donadoni goes short. And it's Kaka. Oh, nice touch.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Milan finding their passes. Donadoni. Rashford tries to play it through. Vinicius Junior receives it in a wide position. Bergkamp. Great vision. Oh, super ball. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. It's crossed in. He gets big. Oh, he's hit the bar. Oh, taken with style. And this is getting better and better. Rafinha at his razor-sharp best there.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Milan go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Donadoni. Nicely spread. Now it's Yamal. Rashford.
Lamine Yamal really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
He's gone for goal! Vinicius Junior. Oh, played right into his path. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Cafu calmly anticipates. And time is up. Milan can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally, all round the better side. It turned into a very, very smooth ride.
With the owner of a blue car parked
Your final
outside the
thoughts, Jim?
stadium gate.
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Germany against Milan.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're up and running. While plenty argue, Jim, that Lothar Matthäus is the complete footballer. Do you think so?
Yep, he's a goal-scoring number 10 and a sweeper all in one. That's a pretty unique skill set. His career is all about leadership, glory and superb character.
And not a few goals, actually.
Yeah, of course.
He shifted it to the flank. Aimed beyond the defence. It's a promising position. He's got tall. Didn't quite get enough on that.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Has a look and plays it forward. Roberto Carlos. Nakata in acres of space out wide. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he's found just the keeper to beat! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
Milan with the corner, they're first. Oh, he has stuck it into his own net!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Nakata. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. So, what can they make of this? Chiellini deals with that comfortably. Milan leading currently through the only goal of the game, an own goal as it turned out. And the score is 1-0. Big chance, must be! He's having a shot! And he hits the net. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Decent progress down the left. Nakata.
Oh, great feat, that.
That's good play. That is good strength. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Nakata. Ball's gone out of play. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, well played. And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
He's got away. Played in. There's the header! They've scored! And right on half-time, that is telling. And the whistle goes for half-time. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Milan are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. And we are already promptly back underway. Nice physical challenge. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Nakata really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Tries to play it through. He's in plenty of space here. He's gone for goal! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press
as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
And he lines up a cross. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. No question, this is the man you want to get on to the end of things. Van Dijk. Now, can they get him away? Can he get onto this? No mistake! Sönchu. To Beckham. Nice looking ball. Berbatov. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Roberto Carlos. It's Bergkamp! Oh, he's been caught napping. Milan have their second corner now. Climbs up big! In he goes again! He should have put that one away.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it.
Chiellini. Now it's Donadoni. Milan looking to pass their way through.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Milan finding their passes. Mateus chips it through. Chiellini with the clearance. Played in deep. Van Dijk getting this one clear.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. So that's it. It is all over. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. Berbatov voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
I enjoyed that, Peter. Both teams went about their work in a really committed manner, and for me it just always held an interest.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We have already started here. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Well, Jim, the name Albert Ferrer is certainly familiar to English football fans of a certain vintage.
Yeah, and he's remembered with a great deal of affection as a pacey and tough tackling defender who always gave his all.
And was a bit of a character.
He was.
Tonali. Now it's Bergkamp. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. And he's whipped it across. There's the shot! And he's done it!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Olise. That's good defending, very good defending. And it's Doué. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Milan are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Hit into the middle, climbs up big! He scored! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter.
Chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now this could be a chance. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card.
I gave him a decision to make, Peter. Concede the foul or expose his keeper to a one-on-one encounter.
I just thought that one needed a tad more lift. Easier said than done, of course.
Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. And we have our very first corner. Tonali plays it short. And now they can spring out of defence. Olise. Neatly clipped into space. And that is expertly dealt with. And that is as far as they're going to go. Passing is crisp and sharp.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Now that looks a decent ball. He's being urged to shoot. And that was very necessary. And he's there to retrieve it. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Milan absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Substitution for Milan.
Milan will be wanting more of the same in the second half then. Utterly dominant in the first period, and they're 3-0 up. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Looking to play him in. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, that's well spotted. Milan do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. Oh, sweet feet. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
The less said about that pass, the better. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. There will be a throw-in. Tonali plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Milan still have the cards to affect this game. Haaland. Distributed tidily. Olise. Olise will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Donatoni. Looking for the run. He's through here. He is through here. Big chance! He has done it! Just cruising! They are cruising! His position was perfect. The invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Milan are having a ball here. Knocks it into space. Tries to pass it through. Good ball, good take. And he's got the beating of his shapes to shoot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, nice touch. And a chance! And he's missed it. Donatoni. For Olise. Haaland. No, again there's no way through. Chiellini.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And that is as far as it goes. Milan really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Your reflections then, Jim? The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
A probing pass. Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Xavi. And that's put paid to a promising move. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And he's picked it up out wide. And that has been knocked clear. And the volley. Oh, it's... Oh, taken with style. Howson. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines, and here's Drogba. Drogba looking to penetrate opposition lines. Now it's Bergkamp. Tries to play it through. Bergkamp crosses. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And they can counter here. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Can he get it through? He's in plenty of space here. And this is Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah! Oh, off the bar! It's a pretty loose pass. It's Xavi! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. And it's been taken short. That is a brilliant interception. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Donadoni powering forward here. Nicked it back promptly. Looking for the run. Big chance! He's delivered all right!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their liking now.
So smooth. A signature finish.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for.
Drogba! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's their second corner of the game. And the cross comes in. That's a good cross in and a good clearance out. Well, that pass... And there's the end of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Milan go in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. And we're off again.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Xavi. And the pass is intercepted. That's good vision. Messi. Well, that has not gone well. Rijkaard. Now that looks a decent ball.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players... Decent chance! No mistake! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Oh, that's fabulous. A header! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are cruising away. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
A case now of complete control.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Strokes it back.
This is the time you need that pace.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Brilliantly cut out. It's a promising position. There's the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Turns and goes back. Donatoni. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Tonali. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. Thuram. And that's it. Milan, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
iPhone charge.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. It is a deep, deep sea of yellow, beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. And that gets things running. Borussia Dortmund have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another.
Oh, he's been caught on it! And a chance! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Simplicity itself.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Ronaldinho plays it in. Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And he passes it long. Now it's Doué. Threads one in. Doué looking to get on the end of this. There will be a throw-in. And here's Doué. Shot, surely! Oh, off the bar! Oh, such a clever touch. Looking for the run. No luck with that dink over the top. Can he get on the end of this? It's a good look. He's got tall. Just off target.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Milan are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. He's shifting through the gears here. It's Bergkamp! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Borussia Dortmund finding their passes. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Not the most convincing of passes. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Grealish quietly revving up. And it's Bergkamp.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Van Nistelrooy. Now this shot at goal! Goal! Borussia Dortmund back on level terms. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And it's half-time here. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1.
Thank you very much for your cooperation. Substitution for Borussia Dortmund, number 11, Ronaldinho.
And so we're off again.
Milan clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Substitution in progress.
Jordan Henderson is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And the pass is intercepted.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Played out wide. Look at the space here. It's crossed. Oh, taken with style. Milan do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Oh, played right into his path. And they've got rid. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Doué touches it back. Knocks it into space. Ball driven towards the far post.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Azar. Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. Chiellini kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Doué. Great run on the overlap here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. It's gone backwards, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Howson, and that's really well manoeuvred. Doué running with the ball. No, we always look the favourite there. And it's Xavi Alonso. Into the last quarter of an hour. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Pass somewhat off target.
Milan really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And here's Doué. And here's Solanke. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Doué knocks it out wide, showing great feet there. The ball goes in. He's had a shot! Yes, he's done it! And that may just do it! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund, number 13.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Milan take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Alexander-Arnold. And that is that. Milan proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way. And they are clearly so happy to have won it.
Hello everybody, and
Donadoni taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep plugging away. And this has been great staying power.
iPhone charge.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's away we go then.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacate.
Batistuta! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Not the most accurate pass.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costacurta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. Up he goes! Goal! Milan! There is the breakthrough! A lovely header, but really, it was all about the delivery.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Norway are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Tries to pass it through. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, well played. Bergkamp! Big relief, it just needed better contact. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Can he get onto this? Oh, some tackle that. The ball has bounced loose now. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him. Rodri really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Xavi Alonso. Now Howson looking to play him in. And he's cut it out. Xavi. That has ended up in no man's land. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Rodri, lovely pass, but can he get there? A hefty... Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Norway with this to equalise. A formality, we're level. Not a twitch, not a blink.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Passing is crisp and sharp. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Referee's given a throw. Chiellini. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each.
Put any litter in the bins provided. Thank you for your cooperation. Substitution in progress.
So we're into the second 45. Milan do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Xavi Alonso ready to try one.
It's not a good idea in affording free kicks in these positions.
Doué! It's bounced back off the post. That's a decent clearance. And he shot, surely! Decent enough try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Rodri. Xavi Alonso. Tonali. Cleared without complication. And reclaimed it in a trice.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And he's intervened well there. And it's Tonali. Tries to play it through. Now the ball in. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Milan! And again they hit the front. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Substitution for Norway. Number 9, Son Heung-min.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 10,
Milan go into the lead.
Number 13, Xavi. Number 16, Rodri.
Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Number 18, Diego Forlan.
Tonali
17, Mohamed Salah.
looking tidy in possession here. Oh, that was vital.
Number 6,
That's going to go a long way.
number 14, substitution.
Knocks it out wide. Great run on the overlap
That was
here.
lovely, that.
Oh, it's played into the area.
Milan clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And the pass is intercepted. Now there's a fine ball. Van Basten! And that could come back to haunt them.
Well, at least it's earned him a little applause from the boss. The finish was lacking, but everything else was pretty good.
And we have our very first corner. Defending of the desperate variety. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. And now they can spring out of defence. It's run loose here. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Norway really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Milan close now to seeing this one through to the end. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. And here's Forlan. Scholes. Oh, that's fabulous. Can he finish? Goal! They have stolen level at the last. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And that will be it. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. Doué claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So off we go then.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot.
Oh, what has happened here? Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Marquinhos, he's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him.
Climbs up big! Dani Olmo. Rafinha. Now, can they get him away? Big chance! Big chance! Goal! Was there ever any doubt?
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. That's good play. Looking for options for movement. Cross in. Oh, important interception.
Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Ball driven towards... Up he goes! Another header, but again the same outcome.
Milan really need to convert one of these chances now. This service is good, but the finishing is pretty wasteful.
That's been cut out, well played. Chiellini. Lovely pass, but can he... And he shoots! It's loose. That's another chance. It's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Indonesia are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Strong running down that left flank. Deep cross. Osimhen. Mohamed Salah. Now it's Osimhen. Donatoni. And it's Xavi Alonso. Milan looking to pass their way through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Looking to go deep. Terrific header! Another fruitless header.
Yeah, nothing overly wrong with the way the ball's been played in. They just need to make it count.
Milan are still behind as we reach out for half-time. He's in a great position here. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And here's Osimhen. And reclaimed it in a trice. Shoots! Relentless! Just relentless! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
A case now of complete control. Dani Olmo,
2 added minutes
Salah.
has been indicated.
Looking for a runner, and it's made its way to him. Osimhen! And for sure, that was not one of his best. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
Take this opportunity to pay a visit to our official store where memorabilia from today's match are now available.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 14, Ukraine. Coming on the
So off we go
field
once more.
is number 6.
Milan decide to shake things up. There has been a change in personnel. This looks promising. Milan do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Shot a goal! He's kept it out just.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Van Dijk. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. He's shifting through the gears here. He's had a shot! He's got a goal! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Indonesia are having a ball here.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Osimhen. Doué. Tries to play it through. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Dealt with nicely by the defence. That's a cute ball. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. Milan still have the cards to affect this game. Chooses to go, and a shot! And that has flown over.
Well, talking about playing into your opponent's hands, that kind of thing is not going to get them back into this game.
Milan have reclaimed it. Out of play for a throw. Gets into some space, serves up a cross.
That's good defensive concentration.
And that has put paid to that. Chiellini calmly anticipates. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Osimhen.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Into the last 5 minutes. This might spell danger. Mbappe, looking to play him in. Well, that has not gone well. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Vardiol. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And that's that. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're up and running.
I think we'll be seeing a lot of Jordi Alba on the ball today, Peter. He'll be trying to link up the play both out wide and centrally. He really is such a...
In for the pieces! And it's a goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And here's Doué. Now it's Berbatov. Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Guti. Guti puts his foot on the gas. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Doué. Tonali. AC Milan could counter here. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Chiellini kept his eye on it, and he's there. Rafinha looking to penetrate opposition lines. Tries to play it through. Doué gets into... And there's the shot! Oh, full marks for that effort.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Xabi Alonso is there, and he can pick it up. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Milan are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. And it's Guti. Now he's got space here. He's big. Shot, surely! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Palmeiras with the corner, they're first. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Doué. Berbatov is having a shot! They've scored! And this is getting better and better.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
And yes, it's him again. Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
That's a cute ball. And this is Owen. Now it's Rafinha. No, that's been intercepted. Rijkaard. And there's the end of the first half. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Milan certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Milan ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. And the action is back on the way. To Jordi Alba. And here's Owen. Van Dijk. Mateus. Lovely pass, but can he get there? No, it's come to nothing. Jordi Alba. Now it's Guti. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Guti must have made the worst possible choice there. It was crying out to be released left.
He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Berbatov, whose purpose now is to complete a hat-trick. Rafinha.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. And he has shown him a yellow card. Mateus. And he walked away! Guti absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Now Now it's Doué. And that's a good ball.
Ricky Puig.
That's an imaginative pass. Milan looking to pass their way through.
Ricky Puig.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. Now it's Guti. Oh, he's found support out wide. Cristiano Ronaldo. Defending was strong and firm. Now then, the ball's come loose. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Milan can consider themselves just about safe now. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Gattuso. And it's Owen. Jordi Alba. Cross goes in there. And that should get the job done. Van Dijk with a fine tackle. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Oh, it's a promising build-up. That's that, the end. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done. Berbatov claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, after all of that, Jim, what do you think? Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle, and here we go. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things.
Climbs up big! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Donatoni. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That's an imaginative pass. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to...
He gets big! There it is! The breakthrough strike! Broad smiles all round. It is indeed a fine, fine header.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in at the perfect time and the perfect angle.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now it's Berbatov. Cannavaro gets it away. Tonali. Donatoni. Passing is crisp and sharp. Alexander-Arnold gets across to intercept that. Can he get it through? And this is Drogba. He's found a way through. Has a look up and drives it forward. Good effort from distance. A real chance and a real let-off.
No, it's a fair attempt. I think he felt he could line one up there. The odds were never really in his favour.
That'll be a throw. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Salah plays it in. Oh, what a climb! Oh, should really have made more of that.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Xavi Alonso.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Milan looking to pass their way through. Are well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Zanetti gets good distance on it. And here's Berbatov. Xavi Alonso.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Played out wide. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Bergkamp. Can he latch on to this? He's shifting through the big header. He's got a goal. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible and the finish unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Knocks it out wide. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Van Dijk.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He's picked his way through. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Has a shot! Oh, it's come loose. Now the ball's gone astray. Soboslai. Xavi Alonso. Tonali conjures time and space where few can. Oh, he's bustling through here. Donadoni looking to penetrate opposition lines. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he cuts out the supply. Tonali. Bergkamp. Great vision. He's on it. Can he get away? Gets his head on it! He has done it! And they get themselves in front! It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Alexander-Arnold. Can he get on the end of this? He has found the way through.
Oh, great feat, that.
De Bruyne. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Tonali. There's the whistle for half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
And we're underway again.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
There's the shot! It's a goal! It's level again! What a match we have!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Quite a thriller this one's become. Right card! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Now it's Berbatov. Oh, what a mistake! Looking for the run. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Searching pass he's played there. And the shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Another corner. Any better luck this time round? Milan have their second corner now. Incoming delivery. De Bruyne with the clearance. Turns back here, probably the best option.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And a shot! They've done it! And they're back in front! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Liverpool take the... He rises! It's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. This is quite a battle.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Didier Drogba. Number 13, Mohamed Salah. Number 23, Luis Diaz. Number 18,
Olise.
coming on the field.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Darwin Núñez.
And once more he proves rigid and robust.
Number 20,
And it's Alexander-Arnold.
17,
And here's Brahim Diaz.
substitution.
Soboslai. Chance! They've got to be quick to recover this. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Doué. Nice looking ball. And he was quick to react. Zanetti. Half an hour gone in the second half. Trying to get out of a very sticky situation. Mbappe picks it up out wide.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Alexander-Arnold. Looking to play him in. He's got away. Alexander-Arnold. Hoisted in. That's a good cross in and a good clearance out. He can get that clear. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Oh, it's a great ball here. Goes for a shot! Goal! Milan! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Milan go into the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Oh, that's a fine challenge.
Milan can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Always onto this. Berbatov is flagged offside. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Rijkaard. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Szoboszlai plays it in. Cleared without complication. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Alexander-Arnold is onto the... Can he finish? It's in! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's a
Real chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. And time is up. Milan have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great
iPhone
performance by
charge.
any measure.
Draw your attention to the
Doué
screen
picking
right
up
now
the
for
Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Terrific recovery, a really fine win that, Jim Beglin.
This has been a very composed response when trailing. There was no sense of anxiety, just a belief to stick to the game plan.